This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You need a therapist, and I'm not one. Improve your mental health in the most convenient and affordable way with online therapy at Talkspace.com. Oh, hello. Welcome to Life Coaching Comedians. I am your transformational life coach, Miss Charday, and I have a new client joining me in my virtual office today. He's a traumatized comedian. Please give it up for Will Gardiner. Hi, Will.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Uh, it's been a day.
Yeah. What was that sound?
That's the sound all comedians make when they have to talk about their feelings, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess you could say Seinfeld kind of started that sound, or I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was very Seinfeld-ish.
A little bit, a little bit. Is your show about nothing?
Well, is your life nothing? Because this show is about you today. Tell me what's going on.
No, there's always something. I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't have picked the title "traumatized comedian" because that's how we all get here, isn't it? Um,
Well, yes, we
I
all
think.
experience forms of trauma. Do you want to talk about yours?
Let's see. Oh, we could get into the ex-wife that I'm stuck with because we have a great kid together.
Wow, you look way too young to be divorced. Did you get married at a young age? Or were you like forced into it through religion? What happened?
All of the above, actually.
Okay, you see, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
well,
good at my job, aren't I?
yeah. I guess 24 is young. If my mom was 18 when when she got married, so I
hmm
guess for my lineage, I was very old. Um,
Okay, yeah. I mean, 24 is older. I mean, I grew up in a small town. I wanted to be married and, have kids by 20. Didn't work out that way. I'm 120 and I'm not single anymore, but there's still no ring on this finger, so
Small towns are cool though, because it's like I think that's where they got the idea for The Bachelor, because I think everybody just takes a whack at everyone until they
yeah.
make a decision,
Yeah.
10, 15 years down the road.
Everyone's Eskimo brothers, everyone's Eskimo sisters.
It's very intimate.
Yeah. Can't we just all get along? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm from South Jersey. We don't get along with anybody.
No. Are you an Italian?
Oh no, I'm like five different kinds of white.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Is it all the bland spices?
Yeah, pretty much. There's some German, some French, some Irish,
Mm.
some Jewish.
Oh. So there's a lot of self-hatred going on inside of you, the Jew and the German fighting each other.
We'll call it an imbalance.
Yeah. Well, let's work on getting you more balanced. Where would you say, well, I don't even know necessarily what your problem is today. Not I don't mean that in a condescending way. I mean, what is it that you wanted to talk about today, Will?
Oh, nothing ever stops.
Mhm.
Trauma keeps re-traumatizing. Bills keep appearing.
Mhm.
Schedules keep on having things in them, and half of them I don't feel like doing.
Mhm.
So I guess you could say I'm a little burnout.
Okay. Sounds like your cup is empty,
But my plate is full.
but your plate is full. Oh, I like that. My cup is empty, but my plate is full. Well, how can we share some of that food on your plate?
Let's see. If you know any good places for me to have shows so I can make more money.
Okay. So, are you a full-time comedian?
No, that's how I was able to afford this jacket. Um,
Oh, that's a nice
no, I'm just
jacket.
kidding. My girlfriend bought it for me.
Oh,
Um,
that's nice. A sugar mama.
gotta have one of those.
Mm-hmm.
No, I full time. I work with autistic kids in an elementary school.
Oh, that's amazing.
You would think.
Mm-hmm. Well, I imagine it probably requires a lot of patience on your part, but your work that you do is amazing. That's an amazing way to give back.
It's a great way to use my patience that I don't want to use for other people. I
Mm-hmm.
used to be a cashier. Fuck
Mm-hmm.
everyone.
Mm-hmm.
At
Mm-hmm.
least like when I got some kid like screaming on the floor because I gave him a worksheet, like they've got a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
Expired coupons are not the same reason to throw a fit when you're 45.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You're 45?
No, I'm
Oh.
33.
Oh, okay.
I still
Okay.
look young, but I'm not 45
Yeah, you
looking.
definitely got the baby face. Yeah. So, you should have no problem. You're back on the market still, or are you dating? You already have
I've,
you already
I've
moved
been
on?
I've been seeing someone for 6 months now.
Yeah, good for you. I mean, I imagine you didn't last on the market very long with such a handsome young face.
Well, the problem was getting people to show up.
Mm, mm, mm-hmm,
Everybody
mm-hmm,
wants to chat.
mm-hmm,
Nobody wants to then show up. There
mm-hmm.
might have been some competition out there. I don't know.
Mm. You know what I really think happened there, Will, is during the time where nobody was showing up, your self-worth was probably through the shitter. But then you probably started believing in yourself a little bit more. I don't know what was going on during that time in your life, but then you had the one that showed up and has stayed with you for 6 months now. Would
Yeah,
you say the masks have been removed?
yeah.
Good, good. So, healthy romantic relationships or ship and toxic relationship with the rest of the world because you're still jaded.
A little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said,
So,
I'm from South Jersey. That's just what we do.
yeah, yeah. But you don't have to be like everyone else will.
Nah, but the South Jersey way is better than everyone else.
Yeah, but a lot of people in South Jersey are miserable.
That's true.
And we don't want you. Do you want to be miserable, Will, for the rest of your South Jersey life?
Only when it's artistically inspiring.
I can appreciate that. Yes, there's something very artistic about the way you can curse somebody out on the parkway.
Oh yeah, we always gotta up our game with that because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want people to feel it. If it's the same thing they've heard 50 times, it's not gonna land.
yeah. So going back to you saying you're wanting to make more money booking more shows so you can make some more money doing comedy. Are you doing okay financially, or is it that you're more so wanting to do better financially, specifically in comedy?
Well, I will tell you, this nice tapestry right here is hanging on a bunk bed that I
Okay.
share with my daughter at my parents' house.
Oh, okay.
That
Well,
is how well I'm doing financially.
that is okay. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're not doing well financially. I think there's a good lesson to be learned by the Latino families, the African families, and I think you even see it in, the South Asian communities as well, where the children, they stay with the parents until they marry and start their own family, or until the parents die. They just stay together, forever. And they save so much money doing that. They own the home, they pass it down for generations, and everyone's just stacking up cash, and then they're buying all the taco trucks and nail salons and all the businesses, and they're creating wealth for their family. So Americans tend to, I don't know, think that that's peasants like or look down on that, but I honestly admire that. And I think if your family is supporting you, you should, you know, stay there as long as you can to not only get your cup back full, but so it's overflowing so you can bless your family members and help out, whoever else you want to help out that you love.
I might if they'll come to my shows.
Right, yes. There's got to be some sort of reciprocation in the love. I agree. But, with some people, I think unconditional love is appropriate, such as you said you had a kiddo.
Yep.
Yeah, your kiddo, right? Your mother, your father, this 6 month I'm sticking around kind of gal.
Hmm.
Is that love feeling unconditional? Are you thinking about marrying again?
That's it's definitely not off the table.
Mm-hmm.
The concept is fine. Just the last person was not. That's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Do you feel like you're struggling with forgiveness in any areas of your life, Will?
Um, I wouldn't call it a struggle because I make it a point to hold on to some of these things.
So you like to hold on to grudges.
It keeps me a little sharper
How? How
because
so?
sometimes history likes to repeat. My last girlfriend wound up being a like coming out to be a duplicate of my ex-wife. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I have to stay mad at these people and never forget what they did so I don't get tricked again.
Interesting. Okay, okay. So, have you ever read this book called The Four Agreements?
You lost me at have you ever read this book? I haven't
Okay,
read
you're
more
not
than
a
a
reader. You're not a
I
reader.
I know how, I just don't.
Okay, that's fine. Do you ever listen to any audiobooks? Do you like to work on self-development?
um it's on my radar. I gotta look through the apps and see. Um
Okay.
because
Well, the
I'm not
fact
fuck with
that you're
Amazon.
here means that you're open to self-development. And so when we're dealing with trauma, when we're dealing with issues, there's two sides of us. Well, there's the ego, and then there's the ego itself. It's split into two. You have the judge on one side, and then you have a victim on the other side. And we play one of those roles. That's what we're in. So when you say that these people are tricking me, you're not. I want you to have the concept that you're not, or the perspective that you're not a victim, Will, because we attract everything into our lives, whether we want it or not, because of what we think about. So, my question for you, Will, is what's the pattern? What's the pattern that these women have done to you so far? What's the best way you can describe it in one word?
Oh, narcissism.
Okay, and what there's a lot of characteristics in
There
narcissism.
is.
So why
There
don't you
is.
pick
Yeah.
one characteristic in particular?
Probably gaslighting would be a good one.
Okay. Okay. So they're always pointing the finger. They're putting the blame on you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're
Oh, yeah.
taking the fault for things that you necessarily didn't do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you're all okay. So now let's talk about your family life. We're getting deep here, Will. We're getting deep. Okay. Did you grow up with brothers and sisters?
Oh yeah, I'm the oldest of four.
Okay. Did you get blamed for things a lot?
No, but I was the guinea pig for discipline
Okay. Okay.
since I was the first one.
So you definitely got punished for things. You got disciplined. Okay. Would you, looking back at it now, our parents did the best with what they knew. Even as parents now, we're doing the best with what we know, right?
Mm.
Looking back at how your parents disciplined you, would you say that it was in any way abusive?
I believe I would.
Okay. So, when we experience trauma at a young age, we have this perfect life. Well, I would hope we would have this perfect life. And then there becomes this moment when our parents are no longer our superheroes and they did something wrong that show that they're human and they make mistakes and we're traumatized by that. And let's say you're at the age of 9. So your 9-year-old inner self is hurt and wounded and going on throughout life. Every time you get hurt or someone betrays you or blames you, the 9-year-old comes out inside of you. And what does 9-year-old Will do? Does 9-year-old Will throw a fit? Does 9-year-old Will run away? Does 9-year-old Will give the silent treatment? How does 9-year-old Will cope?
He used to throw fits,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I taught him a little better.
Okay. Okay. But you see where I'm going with this? You
Yeah.
see where I'm going with this? So you have these fears inside of you that it's going to happen again, right? I remember the first time I got my heart broken and you're just, you want to believe the next person won't, but you have this fear that they will. So the pattern keeps repeating itself. You keep attracting the broken heart into your life, or you keep attracting someone blaming you for things that you didn't do because it's what you fear. And if you're always thinking about your fears, you're going to attract it into your life because subconsciously our brain doesn't know what is negative or positive. So if you say, I don't want to spill my water, you're still going to spill your water, even if you said, I want to spill your water, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
So we need to kick your fears in the balls, Will.
That sounds dreadful.
Well, it's not going to be your balls. It's going to be just imagine fear, a shell of you, but it's not you, and you kick that person in the balls. Imagine it. Imaginative.
That sounds less dreadful.
Okay, okay, yes, yes. Just stay with me here. Okay. Have you ever practiced words of affirmation, Will?
That's how I got into comedy, because then I tell the joke and everyone affirms me.
Okay, okay, I like that. Okay. So, aside from comedy, do you ever like say things that you want to do out loud or say that you're going to do things out loud?
Sometimes. I have
Okay.
ADHD, so
Oh, I mean,
sometimes I get a little lost.
I think everyone has ADHD now that weed is legalized. I know I do.
No, see, I
Okay.
think that's going to help fix it for me.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So, words of affirmation, it's kind of like visualizing with your mouth and speaking things into existence. So, what I like to do is I like to meditate in the morning and get myself in a good mindset and clear everything through. And then look in the mirror and tell myself, I am a badass bitch and I make a ton of money. And then I do. So it works. Alrighty. So I want to get you a little bit relaxed. So, are you sitting in a chair, Will?
I'm sitting on a mattress.
Okay, are you sitting like on your butt, like crisscross
Yes.
applesauce kind of
I'm
style?
on I'm on my butt.
Okay, perfect. So all I need you to do is sit up nice and tall from the bottom of your hips and just imagine a string pulling you from the top of your head. We're going to get a little serious. Alrighty. And go ahead and just close your eyes and try to relax. It's a safe space. And you're going to take a deep breath in to the count of 4 and then breathe out to the count of 8. So deep breath in and breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And then breathe in to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out to the count of 8. Now keep that rhythm, Will, and just keep in mind that this is a great breathing technique to do if you're going through an anxiety attack or just want to get into a deep, relaxive state to fall asleep. So you're really breathing everything out and then taking a deep breath in to the count of 4, out to 8. This literally changes your chemicals in your brain to release serotonin and lower your cortisol levels, which allows you to relax and have a deep sleep. Sounds like an advertisement. If it was in a pill, you'd probably take it. But believe it or not, your breath can calm you down better than any pill out on the market. Big
That's
Pharma
good. I
isn't
grind up
cheap.
my anxiety pills because I'm scared of choking on them.
Well, we're going to help you get rid of those anxiety pills. Okay, I'm just going to do a little sound healing just to relax you a little bit more. Just notice the sounds. Feel the vibrations. Good, okay. So now I'll have you place your right hand over your heart and your left hand over your right hand. And you're going to take another deep breath in when I prompt you to, and then you're going to repeat these affirmations. So we're going to take a deep breath in. I am powerful.
I am powerful.
Good. I am strong.
I am strong.
Good. I hold myself accountable.
I hold myself accountable.
I am a good person.
I am a good person.
I am trustworthy.
I am trustworthy.
I am loyal.
I am loyal.
Right? So we just say all the things, even if you don't believe it. You just got to remind yourself how powerful you are, how worthy you are of a good life, the life that you dream. And you say that with powerful words, affirmations. You say it enough, you'll start to believe it. And once you believe it, you will achieve it. How do you feel, Will? How do you feel?
A little lightheaded.
Oh, that's okay. That happens, when you're not used to controlling your breath. Have you ever done any breathing exercises before?
Nope.
Yeah. Did you know that humans are the only species on this planet that can voluntarily manipulate their breath?
No,
Isn't that fascinating?
it is.
It makes me wonder if we are, in fact, reptilians or aliens.
A little from column A, a little from column B.
Yeah, a little bit, because, you know, those people out there that are really caught up in their ego, those are the snakes.
That explains why they're such good dancers.
Yeah, right? You took it to a whole nother perspective I wasn't even thinking about. I like you, Will. I like you. Well, all right. So, how are you feeling? I mean, do you feel like if you left today that you have something to chew on, something to work on? Or do I
Gonna
need to
work
give you
on,
homework?
I'm gonna work on those breathing techniques because I have to go to bed in like an hour.
Okay, okay.
I'll
What
sleep
about the
good.
emotional stuff?
I've got some stuff to ponder.
Yeah? Did
Take
you?
some, try and look at some things from different angles
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and see how I relate to myself through the child in me.
yeah. Um, You just have hurt little white boy syndrome. That's all you have. It's easy to get over. Just need a good some Neosporin, you know, rip the band-aid off, put some Neosporin on it, blow on it, let it be outside and start to heal, and then they'll be
Oh, I
okay.
know all about doing. I've got 9 tattoos.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're gonna be okay, Will. And I would love to see you come back and, you know, see how you're doing, how your relationship's going, and how are you feeling about the relationship?
Pretty good. It's it's nice and safe so far.
Okay. So when you say safe, you mean like no, you guys haven't had any like fights or disagreements yet, really?
We talk stuff out like adults. It's cool.
Hmm. It's refreshing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And especially when people don't react, you know, they respond. They actually like listen to what you're saying and say, "Okay, I hear you. Your feelings are valid. Let me offer a different perspective."
Yeah, it's a new thing. I like trying it out.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. Have you felt challenged in any way?
Self, like in the relationship, just to make sure, like, yeah, I'm managing myself. Here and there, I'll get, sometimes the weather shifts. I'll get a headache. I'll get a little snippy. I'm like, okay, I got to be proactive and like figure out how I can, take some vitamins or something to not be snippy, so I can, not cause any hurt.
Yeah, I understand. Do you have a exercise routine, like a daily exercise routine or a hobby or
Nope.
something?
I mean, if chasing kids at work counts, but other than that, no.
Well, I mean something for you. Did you play sports growing up?
I was homeschooled,
Uh huh.
so I played a lot of street sports with like the neighborhood kids.
Okay, like street baseball and street
Yeah,
hockey and okay, okay. What's your zodiac sign, Will?
I'm a Libra.
You're a Libra. Oh, okay. Have you ever thought about getting into martial arts?
I almost went to this Krav Maga place down the street, but then they closed.
Okay. Is there something else nearby you? Like a
I've looked
boxing
into it.
or
I also
Muay
looked
Thai?
into a couple sword places around here too.
Yes. You need to
Um,
find a violent sport to play that in a safe setting. So that would be a UFC gym, a Muay Thai gym, MMA, Jiu-Jitsu. Probably I could see you doing a Jiu-Jitsu because you're an angry white boy. So you need to have a safe way to use that aggression, and then it'll chill you out, and then you'll be getting your exercise, your endorphins, and all of that. And you have everything else in your life seems to be, you know, I mean, you have the romantic relationship that's going well. Sounds like your relationship with your family is pretty tight knit right now, and you just need to make a little bit more money. So I think if you took on a violent hobby, that might be a very healthy way to release some energy to allow some really good energy to come in.
I agree. Lightsaber fights with the kids don't quite cut it the same.
Yeah,
I need
yeah,
to pick on someone my own size.
yeah. Because, I think people don't realize that we're all born with a different energy that we have. And there are people that have violent feelings, emotions, and anger. And it's just how you are. That's what you're challenged with in this life. And I think that's why combative sports are so popular. They really are. And I went through a very angry phase in my life, and I trained Muay Thai for like 7 years, and it chilled me the fuck out, Will. And I think that's your chill pill, you know?
It's definitely worth thinking about.
Yeah, something to consider. Something to consider. Well, I appreciate you, Will, so much for coming in, and I hope you'll come back and, talk about what's been working for you. Uh, if you are out there, you're listening, you're watching, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to be online. I'm here every Sunday. And if you want to give Will a follow, you can follow him on willgardnercomedy.com. Or not .com, and on IG. Silly me. I'm so bad with technology. So follow Will at Will Gardner Comedy. And, if you're dealing with some of the same stuff, maybe you guys could talk it out. You can kind of create your own support group there, Will.
That's true. I word vomit my issues all the time, so no holds barred.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you, Will, and thank you, everyone, for joining. We will see you next time. Bye bye.
I wasn't bad, but I guess you guys need to Venmo me or something so I can take a sword class because the places around here they're like, we're not going to tell you the prices. You got to come in and see the prices. That means they charge too much. So I'll kick somebody's ass because the pro told me to kick somebody's ass, but I need money to do it.
Oh my goodness, that was just, oh, I feel like I am helping all of my ex boyfriends in different life forms. I mean, I was just like, he was literally a replica of all my past boyfriends when I was on the white chocolate. I was on that white chocolate addiction for 10 years. Yeah, so I hope Will takes what I said to heart and then he comes back. I think he's on the right track and he's working on himself and he has a lot of potential and I could probably transform his life. I could.